Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how I make a simple ebb and flow kit. I'm super excited to make the system that I ordered, but unfortunately I was waiting for a couple of new pieces to come in the mail, so that's gonna be coming soon. So in the meantime, let's just make like a miniature version of it since I can't wait. This is kind of gonna give me a little bit of practice also for what's to come. So I'm gonna use the ebb and flow kit right here that I got in the mail. And so I'm basically just gonna have to cut it to size. We're gonna have to drill some holes. To make sure it's the right fitting. That depends on the size of the kit that you get, so make sure you look up online what size you need. They're probably all universal, so for the majority of them that are selling online. So find the fittings that you want right there, find the placements that you're gonna put it, and let's get our holes drilled in. Now you want to make sure to clean everything up, this way there's no little bits of plastic or anything like that that's going to seep it back into your reservoir or your container. You see these little pieces are coming right off, so clean both sides. And let's get our fittings in place and get it nice and tight. This way there's a nice waterproof seal. And that looks pretty good right there. We're gonna need some clay pebbles, guys. I got a 40-liter bag right there. So that was about, I think, maybe like $30 or $40 on Amazon. That was a pretty good deal, I think. So you're gonna give it a nice good rinse. It's gonna take a long time to wash. This probably took me maybe a good 15 minutes or so. So you see, just look how murky that is. That's the first round, I guess. So there we go, I got it nice and clean. That was about 15 minutes. Probably washed it maybe like 10 times, something like that. And you need a submersible pump. It's a really small aquarium one that I use. And get the fittings in place. So cut it to size. And connect it to the bottom right there. So they're both different sizes, so it's going to be really simple and easy to find about which one goes where. There shouldn't be much confusion at all. You just basically got to cut it to the right size that you need. So you see right there, I got it all set up. And I'm basically using another container that I flipped upside down to hold up this top level. This way I have a nice bottom level that holds basically 2 gallons of water. And I'll zoom you guys back, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So look at that. That's basically like a 17-inch by 11 by 7 container. And looking absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited. So this is like the small version of what's coming, guys. I'm gonna have a really big version of this, like a 2-foot by 4-foot table. And I got 2 of those coming, so we're gonna use Maxi Grow right now. Haven't used it yet, this is gonna be my first time. Have you guys tried it out? Let me know down below. And I'm gonna do it the lazy way to mix, so I'm just gonna basically connect it to this aquarium pump and get this air stone in there and get it all mixed up instead of sitting there and mixing up my nutrients. So I'm just gonna throw that in there. And then I'll let it mix up for a couple minutes and I'll come back and hopefully it'll be nice and mixed up. So I'm gonna use basically let's see how big this what do we need here? 1 to 2 tablespoons. Oh, teaspoons. So it's a really small amount, so I guess I'll go with the smaller end. Since I got 2 gallons, I'll use 2 teaspoons. And that should be enough to start. I could always adjust later on, but in the meantime, since it's my first time using this fertilizer, it's always good to go with the smaller end you could always increase more. It's harder to go backwards. So there we go, that's 2 teaspoons, that's all we need. And let that mix, we'll come back in a little bit. And that's the pump that I'm using. So let's plug that in and get it all mixed up. So there the bubbles go, looking nice. And I think the containers, both of them cost me like $10 or something like that, $9 together. And you see the pot that's holding upside down that I flipped around, this way it stays nice and high. And there we go, it looks nice and mixed up. I could already see the color change. So that's our first container, there's our second one. And yeah, you could definitely see a difference. So let's get out our ppm meter and definitely give this a test, see how much nutrients are in this water. And I just want to make sure everything is nice and mixed up. Looking really good, guys. I'm really excited about this. So there's our ppm meter. And let's see what we got. Let's let's test the temperatures. Haven't really done that, but tried to use fairly cool water, so it's 77. That seems to be really good. I think with this system, the water temperature is definitely going to be on the cooler end, which is really good. For the plants, it's going to keep things nice and healthy, I think, as opposed to those dark jars. So let's see, we got initially like 840, 850. Looks like it's really changing, so let me see, let me wait a minute, make sure everything is nice and mixed up before I give it a final test. And it looks like we got basically just over 1,000 ppm. So wow, that's really good, guys, for the lower end. I may even put in less next time. That was 2 scoops for 2 gallons, so I may even go 1 scoop for 2 gallons next time. And that's what the mixture looks like, all mixed up. And I added some clean water before I added that mix, actually. So make sure you use clean water, because that water from those clay pebbles is definitely going to be very murky, guys. So that's the system. Look at how it looks. I think really good under the grow lights already. And I'm really excited to get some plants in here. And we're just basically waiting for the water to fill up over here. You could see how at the speed that it's filling up. I could turn it down also, but I like the level that it fills up. It seems like it fills up approximately like 1 minute, 2 minutes, something like that. And I'll probably set this thing to go like every half hour for maybe like 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes. What levels do you guys use? Do you run your system all day, or do you turn it off when your lights go off? So look at that. When it's filled up, it has a nice little bounce to it. You can see the clay pebbles are floating right on top a little bit, and it's definitely draining. So we have a good motion of the water going. And look at this, I'm super excited, guys. We could just poke a hole right there, just pop a little seed. I'll throw a little plant in, and just have a happy little plant, guys. Look at this. Are you as excited as I am? Let's get some plants. Let's get some plants in this thing, guys. Here we go. Let's grab a tomato plant. Take another little happy tomato plant right there. Some Swiss chard. Some baby pak choi. And the pepper plant, guys. We're just gonna make a nice little mixture over here. I'm not even gonna take it out of the pots. I'm just gonna leave it in the net cups and just stick it right in there. Or just find a place, any place. And just poke a little hole and just pop it right in there, guys. And there we go. And just stick it right in there. Start out with the tomato plant. And look at that happy little tomato guy right there. And anywhere is good. There's no right or wrong. Any spot. So that's going to be another tomato plant right there. These are going to be the dwarf sizes, but about 8 to 10 inches tall, so nice and compact. Little cherry-sized tomatoes, hope nice and beautiful. Let's grab the pak choi. Look at that healthy root system, guys. And it's a little bit longer, it's going to be a little bit harder to get in there, so it's just kind of just push it right in. Nice and easy. And look at that, doesn't that look good, guys? I'm really happy. Oh yeah, look at this. Grab the Swiss chard. Beautiful looking root system. Wow, that's long. And let's put it right there. Right next to the tomato plant that's gonna grow out nicely. And I'm just gonna mix it up. Get it kind of spun together. Get the root system in one place. And this way it kind of grows and spreads out on its own. And it's not too damaged this way. Looks like it kind of fell over, but that's alright. It's gonna perk up on its own. And look at this, guys, looking so good. So I could just even drop some seeds in between here if I wanted to. I may do that. I have a couple seeds that are germinating. I got about maybe like 40 plants that right now that I'm waiting to germinate. And I got some more that I need to put in there. I'm hopefully get like the whole thing filled out, about 72 plants, something like that. And let's grab that pepper plant and oh, you know what? I don't want to get the cocoa coir in there, so let's get that cleaned up and let's cut the root system a little bit also. It's a little bit long. So there we go. Just cut that right off. That's not going to damage the plant too much. It'll definitely bounce back. So let's just clean that up real quick. And you want to make sure that you don't get any soil or like small particles into your mixture because you may clog up the system a little bit, so you don't want to mess it up, especially when you first start. So I'm just gonna cut that right out since I don't want to damage the root system. And let's see if we could get that going. And just carefully cut it out without damaging the roots or cutting the roots anywhere. It's alright if you have a little bit of a piece left on it, nothing's gonna happen. So there we have it. And all that's left is to take off this rock wool. And it's already, you see it's completely dried off, so completely dried up, I mean, so you can see it just flakes right off as soon as you touch it. And get all those little bits and pieces right off of it. And look at this, guys. Nice little pepper plant. I'm just gonna take off these little bottom leaves. And let's plant that out. So there we have it, just kind of push that in. I'm not gonna damage the roots, it's already a pretty grown plant. And look at that, nice little, we got ourselves a little happy tree right there. And looking good. I'm really excited with that. What do you think, guys? How does it look? Let me know down below what you guys think. It looks like there's about a gallon left in the container, and about a gallon fills up, so that's perfect. It's gonna be a complete a circling cycle, and looking really good. We're gonna be back soon, guys, for more. As always, hopefully if you liked the episode, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, post any messages or comments down below, and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for watching.